Team Auxiliis and TeamRoyal5, both in the United Kingdom. Records of 3 wins, 1 loss on Royal 5, and 2-2 on Teams Auxiliis. Auxiliis, maybe. And I'm sure I'll flip-flop back between those two pronunciations. In the meantime, we're about to get started with the first round. Some light utility bot over on Team Royals. And a couple body armor, 1 upgraded pistol, which is kind of an interesting choice. Don't really see that kind of a buy usually. And just 1 P2K and USPs and a diffuser. Some body armor over on Teams Auxiliis. First frag is going to go to Yosha over there on Team Royal 5. Shifty's over there all on B side, probably going to get called over to rotate soon. Chaos and Yoshua coming in hot. Yoshua both going to go down to Oxy Jaker there. And, oh, is he going to get the knife? He's going to get the knife on the first round. Hello, money. Are you mad, Chaos? Matt Taft probably over the moon with that one. And the falling USP headshot. Shifty? More like simple. Come on, man. You can't just do that. That knife and that falling USB headshot would put me on tilt immediately. But let's see how Royal 5 bounce back from this. Now here is more of a buy that I would have expected than the first round. It's now standard meta of the second round, as I've repeated far too often. But just Tech 9 armor, light utility on the T side. Looks like it's going to be a B stack from the T side. Very, very default setup over on Auxiliis. They do have 2 players over here, though. 1 watching vents, 1 watching from headshot. He's going to peek in, he gets the flash in. Doesn't see anything, but he knows the smokes are there. You can hear that one coming out. He's going to pin himself up against the wall. Nice flashbang comes out. He's going to get 2 quick ones, do a lot more damage. A 3rd kill. Beautiful work there by Leary. Leareezy, sorry. And what is this, Shifty? What is this? Through the wall, kills 1 player, brings the next one to 14. Can he finish it off? He is so close. And he is in a panic here, Hasty, as he tries to make a hasty retreat outwards, but Shifty is going to chase him out right into Jaker's FMAS. And that is just beautiful work. Money in the pocket for Shifty. He's going to keep that UMP, because he knows after that very few kills were dropped by Team Royal, so time to make some more money. Hold on to that FMAS. And looks like James Villa actually picked up an MP7. It was an MP9. I can never tell by the the overlay. I'll find out soon though, because looks like all of Team Royal 5 are heading over there. They come out. It is going to be the MS7, but it's not going to be anything as he gets popped right in the head. Auto Director, please work with me here. Jaker's going to pick up 1 for an even trade. And 2 are moving in close here from truck side. 1 looks to be flanking through. Nope, that's over by Pitchfork. Or Pitchfork. Forklift. Mad Tap going to take out PWL, and that looks like to be the only trade-off they're going to get over there, unless Hasty can work some magic. He's hiding in Squeaky Door right now, but they're already on the defuse. Little burst fire headshot, but it wasn't enough to take out Shifty, who's going to clean up that kill with the UMP. Let's see if he elects to save that submachine gun into the next round, because this is the time when Royal 5 is going to have that full buy. Really curious, Shifty. If you're getting rid of it, you're getting rid of it. Going to upgrade to an M4AS. And nice full buy, almost completely full utility on both teams. So this is going to be initial gun round. We're going to see what actually happens here. Shifty's going to smoke off A main for any sort of fast A aggression, or is he going to go in there himself? No, he is not. It looks like he was thinking about it for a second, though. Team Royal 5 really slow playing this, kind of waiting, almost expecting some aggression, like what Shifty's doing right now. He's going to boost himself up there silently. And I wouldn't be surprised if he gets kind of shot here. They took a pre-fire. Yeah, they pre-fired this before he jumped up there. Why would you go there? Maybe because they already checked it. They'd expect you to move down. Kind of an interesting decision, and it was quite interesting to see how that actually played out by Shifty. He's going to take some blind shots. No one's going to be there, though. In the meantime, Team Royal 5 is going back for the bomb. I'm going to pick that up and head towards A. We do have 2 players over at B who have seen no aggression, and nearing like this 50-second mark, I would not be surprised to see them start to slowly rotate back out. Kind of surprised it hasn't happened yet. In fact, it looks like the guy at Highway is actually going back further. No, he's staying. 35 seconds left to execute. Looks like it's going to be a smoke execute here. Going to block off that upper rail in the big box to forklift. Shifty can throw some bullets through the door, not tagging up anyone, gets a little tagged up himself. Molotov comes out. He has nothing to stop that with. Down to 50 health. He's going to go down to Chaos. Got a quick AK spray. Wow, frags are traded out as James picks himself up 3 for the price of 1. Lierzi going to pick up the second and second to last. Wow. Looking pretty dominant over here on Team Auxiliis. Are they going to force into this? TeamRoyal5, are you going to? A couple players picking up some upgraded rifles here. P250, 2 P250s, 2 Deagles, Tech 9. Only 2 people with body armor. Chaos picking up some head armor to go with that. And only a smoke and flash grenade to work with. All of them piling over here towards B. 2 players for Team Auxiliis. Over here. That nade going to do some early damage. Not quite taking anyone down, but there was a Molotov. I don't even think that was from Team Auxiliis. But whatever happens, Barter's out there. Gets the first frag. Yoshua with one of his own. Only 1 player from TeamRoyal5 going to go down. And that's going to give Royal 5 the best chance they have in this entire game so far. Nade's coming out from Shifty. A little bit of damage popped onto Mad Taff. And they are all back there. They just need to throw out some Molotovs. And yep, here they come. One more Molotov on Shifty. Chuck that out there before you go down. It's too late now. 1 player versus 4. And all they had was some upgraded pistols. Gaben, please. The state of CS right now is one where this can work. And work very well. TeamRoyal5 only losing 1 player. And now they're going to get a nice full buy out of that. Pretty decent buy from Team Auxiliis as well. Only 1 player on a FAMAS. No utility there. Only 2 nades on all the other players, so not the best utility. But really, when you die with so many grenades in your pocket like last round, maybe you don't need that much utility. Anyways, looks like they're trying to get aggressive. No, they're going to go for a boost right here. Shifty's going to get up there and try and do some work, but looks like PWL kind of has that one figured out. Put some damage into him, but they are going to get that boost up. Or did he? No, they backed off. They kind of figured they had a good read on that. Chaos going to open up the squeaky door right now. Let's see. Shifty going to close her right back on him. Take a quick little shoulder tap to pay for it. Hasty nearly gets the shot, and he, god damn, he follows it up and takes out Shifty through the wall. Absolutely great shot right there. That's gonna scare you off a little bit if you're Team Auxiliis. Currently, you've only seen 1 player, and that was in Squeaky. They're spread all across the map. They have absolutely no information right now besides that 1 player in Squeaky, which has left them pulling over a 2nd player from B, putting him on truck. Burster, you haven't heard the new gun sounds, have you? You probably haven't played Counter-Strike in months. Yeah, get used to it. This is your life now. Anyways, James V is setting up on mid. Got a nice kind of 2-stack towards A, 2-stack towards B, everything completely divided up. But right now it's going to be Jaker as 5 T is going to descend upon him. 2 are going to be piling in through Squeaky right now. Flashbang comes out, smoke comes out, blocking off the highway vision. Jaker's going to go down immediately. Chaos follows it up, and it's going to be a 2v5 right now. They're going to probably elect to save these. Or maybe not, as Mad Taff takes a peek out over a truck, but no. He gets caught out immediately, and as soon as he hears bullets coming towards him, he's going to back off. And currently it looks like Mad Taff and Lierzi, we call him Leia from here on out, is just going to maybe look at first like they were trying to hide for some, or hunt for some exit frags, but no, they're going to elect to stay in sunroom, get themselves a nice tan, and sit back. As for the game sounds, most of them don't bother me too much. I'm curious to see what the new AK and M4s are going to sound like. I just don't like most of the pistol sounds. I'm getting used to the USB, but the rest of them I'm not liking. Just wait until you hear the AWP sound, Purist. It's a thunderous cannon of death at this point. Not that it wasn't before, but now it sounds like it. Alright. Slight force up. Since you have two of those rifles, not even a force up, no, sorry, just one CZ over there on Shifty, who, you know what, I want to see guns in this man's hand. He has been doing work for this team in the first 4 rounds, but it's been 2 rounds back-to-back for Team Royal. And they're going to have a nice mid-push right now. Who is up there in mid right now? Jaker going to push in, get immediately taken out by Hasty. Kind of ballsy, but all you're working with is a USP, no body armor, why not? 2 more players over there and by Squeaky Door. One of them's going to get taken out, and it's going to be Shifty left there. Let's see if they expected to. Did they find him? They're going to peek right in there. Right. Oh, they know he's here. And he heard it. He's going to get a quick CZ shot. Second CZ shot. This is why I want to see this man have a CZ pistol in his hands. I would have given him some armor, too, to go with that. Brings it down to a 3-on-3. If only James can actually pick up a rifle here, they would be in quite a good spot. Unless they have to go for a full retake where they have no utility except for 1 smoke and a flashbang on Leia. And right now, they're moving into B, mauling off Heaven. I think they have 1 player in here, but Autoductor doesn't want to let me see it right now. Leia gets the first shot, but cannot get the second. It's going to be a 2-on-2 retake. James has still not picked up a rifle, any sort of gun, so he's just in here trying to get some blind shots, but our man Shifty has picked himself up an M4. Let's see what he can do with it. No body armor, so that punch is going to be horrible. He's got to get the shot and get it immediately. Come on, Shifty, you're going to get mollied out right now. You got to drop down. Gets the burst shot, gets the second, oh, aim punch, no, didn't even get hit, he just missed it, he just whipped it, and they're playing so smart, not getting overly aggressive, not peeking this, he jumps down, tries to get the shot up, the aim punch, makes his recoil uncontrollable, he's going to go down. Nice try there, Shifties, quite nice tries, quite impressed with that. Oh, you did hear the AWP shot? Yeah, that op shot ball is fucking glorious. Alright, so, after losing those 3 rounds in a row, the loss bonus has piled up enough to give Team Auxiliis a decent enough buy, absolute full buy over there on Team Royal's pick in 3 rounds in a row. So they started off shaky, but they're working out pretty well. It looks like Madtaf is going to boost up into vents. Are there going to be any players there for him to see? It doesn't look like anyone's boosted up on the box. So he's going to have a nice position if they come into B, but right now all the terrorist players slowly making their way towards A. 1 player watching the flank from B in case any players get aggressive, and 2 players going towards Squeaky. We've got 1 in A halls. And Shifty will take a little bit of a height. Oh, Shifty! They heard you now. They're going to know you were there. Just 1 bad jump can ruin everything. He had a player right under him through the wall, but he's still... No, that was James going to get that one. Shifty actually got taken down by PWL. So yeah, they called that out. Really good communication by TeamRoyal5. Traded out effectively, but a lot of damage. Also got... The PWL went down to 3 HP from that. And he picked up the op from his teammate. He's going to bring that back, and I'm guessing they're going to go for more of a B hit. Because if you look on the minimap right now, we've got Barter coming over here towards B, but there is 1 more player watching from checkers. No, he's still in that vent, but that Leia is still here. Has been the sole bomb or B holder. I don't know if they heard an execute kind of going off, but what they did was they saw 30 seconds go and they knew that somebody was going to hit somewhere, so they just threw down some smokes, threw out a flashbang, kind of delay a little bit, so leave 19 seconds to get this bomb down with 2 defenders on this site. Bomb is going to go down, 15 seconds left. Leia is going to pick up a double K. 1 more kill is going to come through from the vent player, who I believe is Mad Taff, and there's 8 seconds left with 1 player, 3 HP. Right now he's just going to hope he can save this AWP because he's probably going to go down after the round. Does he know? Why would you even peek that? Mad Taff pre-firing all the corners in the world, and luckily PWL with 3 HP gets to save the AWP as they lose their first round since rifle purchases. You know, not too shabby with like the really light, shaky kind of buy that Auxiliis had. I'm kind of impressed at that. They played that very smart, and really they only dropped 1 of those players immediately because of 1 minor misstep, 1 footstep, allowed 1 kill to happen. Once again, a default setup from Team Auxiliis on the counter-terrorist side. And your default smoke grenades looking to be coming out from TeamRoyal5. Smokes come out. Flashes himself in a Squeaky in case any aggression has come up, but it has not. James going to throw some counter nades to kind of slow down any aggression. But really, they kind of threw the smokes and then slowed down, which makes me wonder exactly what they're doing. Now they've got enough time here where Auxiliis actually get to bring in some more players onto the site, but it doesn't matter as they both go down. They still have 2 more players on the site. One's going to have to rotate in. Barter gets the headshot. EW is at the second one. That's going to leave nothing but Leia, who might want to come get some exit frags, but really 1v4, unless all that damage has been called out by his teammates and they know that 2 players are on single digits, 1 player's at half health. I mean, he realistically could just get a couple little body shots and do some damage and really manage to make this round, but really just play it smart, go for the exit frags, or just go through the vents and, oh, maybe he's trying to make them think he's trying to save. That's an interesting play. I'm not sure, maybe he thought some players were over there on highway. He can hear them now, so he could hear them going over by drop. What a play, that molly. They knew that he opened that up, and they knew that he might be lurking in it, so they just flush him out and put him down into checkers. Very nice play there, very good use of the utility. I mean, it might be $600, but you know he's not going to get any exit frags, and your low HP players just commends to whoever threw that. That was a very good play. And holding on to the 1M4, I kind of expected them to, yeah, there they go. They upgraded 2 pistols to get some light pistols to kind of play around that. And once again, you save 1 rifle, you probably just go up mid and play aggressive. Put your 1M4 player way in the back. Oh, that nade did more damage to your teammate than anything else there. Oh my god, Leia. Takes Jasker down to a 75, 2 other players down 2 to 5 hit points each. And that aggressive play they were going for, nothing really came off of it because, as you can see, Team Royal didn't even push up at all. Kind of have a few players over by boost, 2 players over there by B, and suddenly you've got 2 players down in like within 1 shot range. And talk about 1 shots, Barter just picks that one up for free. And what are you going to do now? Shifty's going to get aggressive, not going to pay off, and neither is that as James goes down. 2 players left, and at this point, you save your AK, or do you take that? It's not even full round loss bonus, because they won 2 rounds before this, so their money is going to be in dire straits. They did a most save today. I mean, not today, this round. But you're going to maybe be able to pick up some upgraded pistols armor. And here we go. Oh, Leah is going to do a little bit of damage, but right now the economy of TeamRoyal5 is so good that it's not even going to matter. So, all up over to Jaker. Man, all you got is a P250. Go try and get something done. No? Little head shake? Little head shake, I don't think he wants to. He's kind of placed himself for some exit frags. But, you know, maybe now his team is kind of coming to him. Try and go get something done. And gets one little dink onto Barter. Breaks him to 12 HP, but could not finish it off. So, money. Like I said, right now, some of them, you know what, they could do a full buy right now if they dropped everything over, but it would be really risky, and they would get completely reset if they do. So, yep, they've opted to do it. 2 FAMASs, 3 M4s, almost full utility, only 1 diffuser. Absolutely no head armor, but that's not going to matter versus these AKs and this op. So, right now, Auxiliis needs to pick up this round and hopefully take the lead if they even want to stay in this half. Meanwhile, everything is perfect over there on TeamRoyal5. Almost full utility except for 1 flashbang, which actually just... What are you doing, James? Just spray him down absolutely for free. It takes him to 16 HP, but thank you, Auto Director, catching that before I could flick over to it. That's exactly what they needed. 2 early frags, a little bit of information. I don't know if they saw the... No, they did not see the bomb. The bomb was thrown back before those players pushed into A main. Oxy, watching for any aggression over here and towards mid. 1 minute left in the round. Royal5 has to decide what they're going to do. 3 versus 5. This is going to be difficult, but they have the money. Joshua smartly swapping out for the AK. It's going to be much more viable when you're going up against what could potentially be a 3-stack. So right now, 3 players over at B side, but that's not going to matter when Shifty is hitting shots like that. Picks up 2. Haste is going to trade that out, but then James is going to take Haste out, and that's going to be a round for Auxiliis. I believe that's their second since their first string of 4. Absolutely beautiful work right there. James really, I think, getting 3K in that round, and won that round for his team. So going into round 12 right now. Full buys, both teams. Strangely enough, Madtoff did not decide to go for an upgrade on that FAMAS. Kind of interesting. Oh! PWO getting a little too close to the fire there. It's going to take a little bit of damage, and I don't think... Yeah, one player actually was close enough where they could have heard that, and he's right under drop right now. Gonna get two players! Oh, two! Actually, James only got one of those, so he was the guy under boost, and he got one more after that, but Jaker was the second kill in that little exchange right there. Once again, getting 3 quick kills is going to completely solidify this round for them. And oh, what are you... Hasty? You have a little thing for the fire there? You and PWL kind of getting a little close for comfort there. And they must have heard that now. Yeah, they still have one player close mid, watching for that player to peek out. But they both rotated over towards B. Now with 2 players, they know one was mid because he was last seen at Sugar Cube, or White Box, or whatever you call that. 2 players over at A, they know this is their best bet. Probably only one here. Flashbang's going to come out. Barter turns just in time, gets the kill. This is going to at least secure them a bomb plant. Meanwhile, you've got Taff coming in from Checkers. He knows it's going to be plant default. At least he seems to know. He assumed as much, which is a good, safe assumption, and oh, his shoulder almost came out, but he didn't see it. There he does. How dare I judge him for using that FAMAS, but he made it work. Right now, Shifty. It's a 1v2 on Hasty, and right before I could switch over to Hasty's perspective, Shifty got it. Hasty was hasty to peak, indeed. But it looks like Team Auxiliis is bringing this back. They're going to bring this up to 7 and 5. Going into the 13th round, I don't know if TeamRoyal5 actually have enough to purchase into it. Who am I kidding? They have plenty of money. This is going to be another exciting round then. Hopefully they don't get just 2 or 3 players picked off immediately. We can have a close little strategic play maybe. Because it's kind of been a bloodbath the past 2 or 3 rounds. The past 2 on Auxiliis' side. But before that, Royal was kind of doing work against Ecos. So let's see if we can get a nice execute going off here. Full utilities on both teams, except for Mad Taff lacking a few things, as well as Shifty, but Shifty, just let him frag. He doesn't need to throw any grenades as long as he's doing what he's been doing. And it does look like we might be having to execute over towards A, but they're peeking at B with the bomb. PWL hasn't thrown this down yet, which is very suspect to me. When you have 3 players over at A site right now, like these guys are throwing an execute, I guess what they're trying to do is just throw a complete fake. Let's see if they buy it. Doesn't look like... Oh, wait, no, rotation has come out. I don't know if they know that or they're just kind of waiting right now. But they did go in with one player to try and sell this fake, but they read it like a book Auxiliis as they rotate these players back in. Mad Taff going to get a pick. Going to get immediately traded up by Yoshua. PWL spots the guy at headshot. They can hear the players over there by heaven. See, at least if they didn't hear that, they can see the nades coming out now. He did not have enough time to plant the bomb. He's going to get 1 G'd by Jaker. Yoshua's still there. He knows there's one more player. Double kill, but there's one player on the site. Does he know it? He gets him 3K. Now it's a 1v1 versus him and James. James has been one of the best players besides Shifty. He's going to get this bomb planted down. He's going to make some noise, so now they know it's default. Yoshua peeking out one side, jumping up. Jumping back down, gets the flash out. What are they doing? Flash on flashing. Yoshua, what the fork? No, that is the ace. That is an ace by Yoshua. Absolute madman there. Great plays, great game sense. I'm impressed. People have talked shit on UKCS for so long. I never really thought I'd see good plays coming out of it, but that was beautiful. And match is going to be paused. I'm guessing this is going to be tactical. One of the last 2 rounds left in the half. So that's going to leave Team Auxiliis with that loss. I think it was their 3rd loss in a row. 3rd loss in a row. No, sorry. They just lost that one. Hard to keep track of all that action from Yoshua impressing me. But their money's not looking good. Going to get almost a full buy here onto TeamRoyal5. They did lose a lot of players in having lost 2 of the prior rounds. They're not going to have a whole lot of utility to work with on 2 of those players. But I think Auxiliis is wondering, do we want to force buy this, or do we just... Looks like they're going to upgrade pistols, 4 P250s, 1 Deagle, and 1 armor onto Shifty, because that is their boy. He's going to get some work done, hopefully. He'll hear them boosting up right now, and he's going to like to go back. He might get shot at coming back out here, but the boost wasn't fast enough, so he's going to get away. Move back over to A main, which has been his stomping grounds, but Yoshua doing some work over here towards mid. He's going to get 1 player. That's going to be it, though. I'm guessing that tactical timeout was just to talk about the next round. Just do some upgraded pistols, figure out your next tactic, and see what went wrong in that round to let that happen. Looks like all the players here on TeamRoyal5 are stacking up over towards this A-bomb site. You got 1 player flanking, I believe that's Mad Taff. I can't find out right now. But Shifty, he's going to get the one to see action first. James throwing out some stuff. Shifty with a quick one dig before he goes down to Chaos. PWL is going to clean up on Jaker. That's going to leave just up to Leia and Mad Taff, who are both coming through A main right now, I believe. Mad Taff, I would put a player through Squeaky. But right now with no diffuser, just two P250s, they're probably just going to want to run in here and try and do some economic damage. And they know that these players have to be coming in through here because they've checked everywhere else. Yoshua, great game sense. Going to pop out, go down. It actually gets traded out, so you know what? 1-2 frags, not too bad for nothing but pistols. And Leia, still in here. I think they know it. What is this shot, Chaos? You've got to land those. He's going to pick up the AK. If he had a diffuser, he would have been happy to try and get out of there. Goes into 50 HP, and oh, the shots are coming through the wall. He's going to go down through the wall. Oh, poor guy there. Jaker, it's like you think you found something and he's gone. Yeah, Ren, they do switch through, but trying to see what player is where is difficult. At this point, I'm just going by where they've been playing regularly. So, full buy. This is the round that the tactical timeout probably was going to count towards, but Hasty, I think he got a cheeky little peek up there on boost and backed off. He's going to rotate over towards B now to watch for any aggression that way, because once you lose a player, you kind of need to get aggressive on CT side to try and balance that out and get any sort of information for your team. But right now, TeamRoyal5 really going to slow play it in this last round of the half. Utility is really bad for any potential retakes on team of Auxiliis too. Like one flashbang on two players, one grenade on another, and only one smoke to block anything off. Looks like they're slowly making their way over towards B. I'm sorry, A. There is one player in Squeaky, and I didn't get there in time, but Shifty had the opportunity to bring this back, but PWL expected it. Shifty's played there at least once before this map. So now they've got a pretty much free bomb site. Team Auxiliis is going to have to play for the retake. They've got 3 players over towards truck side. One player goes down, they're going to put Mad Taff over towards high, which is you have to do, divide it up. Even though it's 2v5 and you have pretty much no hope in this, you can't cram all your players in the same bomb site, or bomb site entry. Now they've got a good setup here, one on quad boosted, one on forklift, but Mad Taff is going to take him out immediately. One more terrorist on A main, which they have to expect. They saw the boost, so yep, one goes down, picks up an AK, gonna reload. Mad Taff gets a second kill before picking up the AK and goes down. Not a bad effort by Taff, but it was not enough. Quite the close score right here. 8-7 at the half on a mostly T-sided map, you know. TeamRoyal5, they got one more, like, about what you would expect the scoreline we've been seeing. I think we had a 9-6, an 8-7, and this is the second 8-7 in our third match I've been casting today. So not too shabby, pretty even scorelines for Cash, and that's going from just all the regions to South Africa, UK, and the Swedish-Finnish match. So the Nords playing just a little bit better on T side, just one round better than any other. Although I would like to cast one in A match and see this go like 9-6 in favor of the CTs. Anyways, should be starting anytime soon. We're in warm-up right now. Gonna give the teams a couple minutes, kind of get their heads back in the game before we start up again. And as my voice is starting to burn out, this is gonna be my last match of the day. I've actually had a lot of fun doing this. I'm gonna try and make this a more regular thing. I'm guessing one of these teams is taking this time to really think about what they're going to do on their T side. Maybe Royal, maybe CT side, maybe Auxiliis. Easy skins. Yeah, that'd be funny if they started letting people bet on these ESEA matches. Guaranteed I'd actually get some viewership that way. But as I'm just casting for practice, kind of get my chops going, this is just all for me right now. Alright, match finally restarting. Warm-up is over. I'm expecting to see Royal5 come out with a little bit of aggression. Let's see what their buy's like. Going to get 3 armors, 1 grenade, 1 diffuser, 4 armors. Alright. No upgraded pistols, which you don't really need. You know, just rock those USPs, get some headshots. Got 2 players on P2Ks. And only 1 Tech 9 armor, 1 upgraded P250. Some light utility over there on James. Looks like it's going to be a nice all-A hit for Team Auxiliis. Go over there right now and see what kind of smokes they're setting up for. Or, I don't think they're going to. James has the only smokes. I'm guessing that's going to be for forklift between big box. Got 3 players squeaky. I'm guessing he's going to flash in first. There's the flash, and then comes in the smoke. Okay, that smoke was for forklift. Here comes the flash. These players are going to start ramming through squeaky right now. Out through A main. 1 flashbang. Good. The Barter comes out of the flash. Gets a quick headshot. And amazingly, PWL does as well. Barter gets 2 picks after that. We missed all the action, but they're just fighting one guy over here, and that's Shifty. He's got the body armor. Maybe he can do something, but they're just aiming for headshots, and they're going to get it with that last bullet in the clip from Barter. Great plays there by Royal5. I expected the aggression from the team that was playing like they were on T side. But really just played it well, had 2 men hold it down and get some really good headshots. Going to have to watch Barter from here on out on that A site. And it looks like almost all SMGs, except for Barter, who picked up that M4 with all the extra money from the kills. Rocking that P90 and MP7, 2 UMPs. Meanwhile, on the T side, slight rifle or slight pistol upgrade. 3 Deagles, 2 Tech 9s, a few body armors. James is once again playing the support player. And they've just split up and are waiting for any sort of aggression from these SMG-wielding counter-terrorists on TeamRoyal5. James throwing out some blind shots through the smoke. Not going to find anyone home, though. Chaos looks like he's going to bait anyone coming through there towards his buddy Joshua, who had an amazing ace earlier. Mad Taff? I don't know if he saw anyone go over there, if he was just kind of waiting. Oh, good little dink over there at that P250. And that was a Tech 9 onto PWL. That's going to back him off of the sugar cube, make him walk back towards A, which surprisingly he had left alone for having no information. They are rotating a player up through truck side now. And PWL is going to climb up there. He's going to play from Toxic. He's kind of staying at mid, even though they do have 1 player with that M4, Barter, sitting at Z connector. Still very low information. They've only seen 1 player so far. And it looks like Shifty is going to be the first man in. Waiting to see James throw those smokes out. Here comes the flashes. And here comes our boy Shifty. Out squeaky door. Checking quad. Ooh, gets flashed by a counter flash from the CT side. They're going to boost up and over. Barter peeking his head. Can Shifty get the shot? He can. Shifty is the man to watch on this team. We're going to see some trades coming out. Chaos picking up 1 onto Shifty. 4v3 right now. TeamRoyal5 in a good place for the retake with low HP on all the players, but all they have is SMGs to work with. Joshua down to 2 HP. Can he get this 1 kill? He cannot. And with nothing but upgraded pistols, Team Auxiliis is going to pick that up, only losing 1 player, and they're actually going to grab 3 SMGs. Kind of help extend their bank line going into the following rounds. Almost a tie game here, and I believe Auxiliis has the firepower to do it. Ren, that is the best reason to pick what team you want. Right now, if I was going to root for anybody, Joshua and Shifty, they're great to watch. So it could go either way, in my opinion, as long as I keep getting to see some really good plays like this. Anyways, Joshua going to go tuck himself into checkers. I believe he was close enough to be hurt out. They have a 3 stack over there on B, so they have some sort of read into this, or maybe they just expect those SMGs to work better close range. So stack B seems like a good read in my book. Oh, sorry about that, mute button didn't work. But in the meantime, you do have 1 player getting a little bit aggressive over in A halls from the CT side. He's going to plant himself over there with just a P250, no, just a 5.7. Just all upgraded pistols from TeamRoyal5. Some head armor as well, so those SMGs not going to be as effective as they could be. And here comes the flash. Watching Joshua. I expect him to do something, but it looks like one player trying to bait out something. And Joshua may have just given himself away there. I don't know if they heard a footstep from that. He moved just a small amount of space. I think they heard it because Mad Taff is checking that box, and they're going to see him. He's going to go down. Mad Taff picking up one. There's still 3 players over here on this B bomb site, though. But in the meantime, you've got your bomb carrier heading up A main. And they pulled all players away from this, except for EWL, and Jaker is actually going to check it. So that's going to give a free bomb site. Meanwhile, James is over there in B. He's doing work, getting some frag. He's going to go down, though, to a quick little P2 or 5-7 headshot. And Hazy's going to pick one up for himself, too, and he's going to get himself a Galil. So he could actually do some more damage here. I'm not sure if he's going to elect to. They are going to be a little tight for cash, but they saved pretty well this round. Personally, I would just save that. Upgraded pistol, body armor, head armor, Galil, not too shabby. I would search around that site, though. I think a couple players may have dropped some grenades. Not positive, though. Yeah, not a lot of great opping on this team, or either of these teams. Not like last map, where I think the guy's name was Reason. Watching Reason was really fun. But, like, once again, this is only ESEA Open. I think last match was ESEA Main, and the one before that was ESEA Open, so just great seeing some open players. Kind of, I would not be surprised to see, like, Joshua's name show up in a couple of years. Maybe just a couple months. With the Mountain Dew League from ESEA, kind of people are getting more chances to show off. So it's entirely possible. Meanwhile, Team Auxiliis going to be rocking those 3 SMGs in this next round. Jaker on the AWP. Let's see if he can get a starting pick off of this. There's some aggression going through B main right now. Taff is going to call that one out. Taff's going to get 1 and 2. And he's going to go down to that. Jaker's going to get that one body shot off. Gets another one. Can he get the third? No, he doesn't even need to, as James is shooting over his shoulder and potentially through his shoulder. Going to pick that off. So, nice, easy round. Going to have Team Auxiliis in the lead, I believe, for the first time since the pistol rounds. Not too shabby right there. I think they didn't lose a single player. And that's going to leave... Ooh, this is a really shabby buy. Everyone's got an M4 and 2 diffusers. Some really bad body armor. Just on 3 players and just no utility. Just 3 smokes, 3 flashes, and those are already going out. Those are already being used to smoke off any quick aggression, I believe, from, let's look on Barter, where is he? I believe, yeah, this on mid and the A halls. And they are kind of playing this like they were earlier, where James would flash people out through main with Shifty. But most of their players over here at mid at the moment, and James actually just went down, so that's going to give player advantage to TeamRoyal5 for the first time in a couple rounds. Barter, you're going to pick up a second. He's going to hear the jumps going around, but right now Shifty drawing some attention over towards A. Meanwhile, Bomb is down, alone, like just completely alone at mid. It's going to make things difficult. I think they just finally realized that they need to go back and get that. They're going to do anything with this. Meanwhile, Shifty, nearly goes down to EWL. I could not finish off that kill. Tucked himself away perfectly right there. That's going to leave them to plant the bomb. They still have 1 player on B, but the rest of these players rotated over towards the A bomb site. 1 on truck, 1 on quad box, and 1 looking from Toxic. No, he moved over to Z connector again. So, 2 players. Bomb over on A. 32 seconds to get this done. Let's get on to Jaker Cam. He has an op, but he should just elect to save this at this point. And he's going to jump away. I don't think any player is close enough to have heard that. He's going to watch his back and feel confident that nobody's going to be pushing in through squeakies because he saw nobody cross. So 14 more seconds for this round to be over. Hopefully he doesn't go down after it. We'll see what happens. I'm curious to see what the bank is going to look like from the terrorist side. Not too good on some players, but they've got enough money built up on Shifty where he could drop rifles for everybody and keep them in this one with should be full utility. Buy comes out. Jaker, yep, there we go. Full buy on both teams except for Joshua, who brought himself down to $0. All he was able to do was pick up a diffuser, no utility on him. Let's see what Jaker can do with this AWP. He looked like he wanted to go B quick with that, but then turned around. I think he actually, yeah, he heard one of these players move on to mid. and boost himself up. So he called that out to his team, I'd imagine. Really good communication from Team Auxiliis so far. I like this play. You don't see that boost too often, but when somebody's rushing B like that and it gets heard, this is when that aggression is going to work against you. They're going to throw out a bunch of flashbangs now. Really, like, we know where you are. Ooh, shot through, is that shot through the wall, or did somebody boost up right there? I believe that was through the wall. Go James. Like, absolutely great play there. And so that aggression going to completely be punished. It's going to leave everyone split up. I don't know if they saw that guy on Z connector, but you can assume safely that one player is going to be on either A and B. And it's going to lead them to choose their bomb site with 4 players going into this. Flashbang gets heard and or seen. They're going to get this B rotation out. You want one player staying on the B in case it's a fake. Very smart. Don't want to divide up your numbers and give a bomb site for free. But it's going to be all up to these guys over here on the B bomb site. Yoshua's going to be the first one to interact. They do have one under CT. Molly's going to come out to push him out towards default. Let's see what happens with this. Flashbang comes out, only manages to flash himself. Nice flash there, Tap. A little bit of an NA play. Headshot box. Couldn't get out. Tapped him in the shoulder, but he's going to go down. That's going to leave EWL to Molly. One out. Where did that Molly even come from? I didn't even see it. How did they get back into this round? It was 2 versus 3. Oh my god. Chaos with a quick little pickup. He grabbed that AK and just laid into them and brought them back into this. I thought they had absolutely no chance for that. That was a 5v3. And TeamRoyal5 still managed to take it. So, AK in the hands of Chaos. He's got a pretty fast spawn. Let's see if he gets aggressive with this. Because it's an absolute eco, except for one player, and that's our boy Shifty. Well, I believe you can hear I'm being quite biased too now. Because I want to see him do work. He's got some good deagle headshots so far in this match. I want to see more. He's just throwing some blind ones with the smoke, trying to hope anyone's there, but TeamRoyal5, I expected some aggression, but really they kind of got up close, saw somebody at B and backed off, playing it safe, playing a default. 2 players on B, 2 on A, and 1 in Z connector. I'm going to go over to that Z connector player and see what he's going to be the first to find out right now. Players slowly migrating back over towards A. Thought they were going to go for a boost for a second with these pistols. Wouldn't be the smartest to play, so they're going to go towards Squeaky, get some more close range areas so they can pop out by quad box and default, see if they can get anything this way. They do have some utility on James again, so I assume he'll be flashing them out and smoking off highway. Stop any sort of rotation, give themselves any sort of advantage. Here comes the smoke. That's going to plume out over by Forklift and Big Box. PWL, though, he doesn't care. Smoke that off. He'll run around, get a nice 4K. Couldn't even have time to switch before all those players went down. And suddenly, money is just barely viable for pretty much a half buy here. And if they lose this one, they're going to be in a pretty bad spot. They'll have a 4-round losing bonus, so they could still stay in it, but I'm assuming that with this shaky buy... Okay, there we go. I'm like, why does he not have a rifle? So not too shaky of a buy. Full buy on TeamRoyal5. Another default setup on the counter-terrorists. And Auxiliis, they need to switch something up. They had a good hold in the beginning rounds here, but their tactics are either too slow or too foreseeable, because they've been doing that same kind of smoke to forklift, flash Shifty out and see what happens. But Shifty has not been getting it more than once or twice, and if you keep relying on that same play and Shifty's kind of losing confidence because he's not getting those plays, it's going to hurt. But Shifty does switch it up, goes out mid, and immediately goes down to barter. The rest of the players remaining over towards A side, and they're going to go into just 2 players here. Still default setup, no one's rotated yet. No other information other than Shifty coming out of A hall, or mid hall. One minute left out, and here comes this exact same play. Smoke's in the same spot. I expect to see the flash come out. There's the flash. Gonna molly out quad. Are they going to molly out fence as well? Looks like it. Mad Tap, though. He's going to come out, get the first frag. That's what they needed, but Hasty's going to trade it right back. Jaker going to keep things even. They're going to be able to plant the bomb unless... For a second, it looked like Hasty was going to come up and try and stop that, but they're going to let it happen. They're going to call over their 3rd man from B, and they're going to try and get this retake. Oh! Gets quite a lot of damage into Jaker there. 11 HP. Jaker, don't know what exactly you were thinking right there, throwing yourself in the open. It's going to make things a little bit more in the favor of Royal 5, except then that happens. Leia and James picking up a quick kill. We're going to bring 1 versus 1, and James going to keep Auxiliis in this. UKCS indeed. Boris, you're allowed to say that. I believe you're from the UK. Wow. These plays they're doing, even when they changed up their play and sent Shifty mid, they still went back to the same play that didn't work. And they only won that because I believe it was Jaker got a nice double pick, and I think it was Taff or Leia that got the op shot. But right now, oh no, sorry, I was looking at the wrong thing. Yeah, it was PWL who got the op shot, and Barter who got that first double K. Ooh, Joshua! Picked up a scout. I hadn't even gone over the buys yet, but it paid off, and I switched to him in the last second. Got to see that. That'll put a little slowdown on the terrorist side from Auxiliis. The rest of the spy got 2 submachine guns. They're really forced into this, and you know what? That might not be the best play. When it's so close like this, and you've only lost 1 or 2 rounds recently, I would question that sort of buy-up. I would believe Moses would be screaming at the thing right now. But it's worked out for him so far, so you know what, can't really criticize. Meanwhile, still a bit of a default setup. We have 1 CT over in mid right now. For a second, I actually thought he was up in mid. But he's just playing there, checking for some aggression. But meanwhile, Leah coming here, going to get a quick double kill, even without the numbers, as Chaos trades it back. Chaos get another kill. It's going to be a 3v2 right now. James going to throw out some Molotovs. They know that one player is weak. They've smoked off Highway. But players are in here on the thing already. James is going to get the first kill. It's going to bring it down to the even numbers. Almost even HP. Mad Taff bringing it down to a 1v2. And Joshua only with the scout. Can he do this? He got a great headshot earlier. He sees the shoulder, but he can't get the shot off. Flashbang's going to come over. He's going to miss it. Picks up the M4. This is what he can do. Joshua's done some great things. He gets the first frag. He has no diffuser, so he has to hit it now. And he does! Joshua once again with the second major clutch to keep his team in this game. This player is amazing. Love watching him. So, economy didn't look too bad for Auxiliis. I think there might still be in this, but Royal 5 is going to have a lot easier of a time now. Forcing into that round really did pay off. They weighed the risks, and right now, that's what Auxiliis has to think about. Do they want to force into this? They have enough money to go for some light buys, but they'd be really lacking utility. They could go Galils. They know that the economy has to be a little bit weak on Royals, as you can see with 2 FAMASes, and it looks like one more player might have a FAMAS. Not quite certain. But it is paused. They are going to talk about this. In the meantime, I can say hello, Mega Mom. Thanks for stopping by, listening to my amateur casting. This is the 3rd and final match I'll be doing today. Been having a lot of fun with it, but it's just burning out my voice, and it's currently 82 degrees in my room, so it's heating up here in California, and I'm going to have to sign off after this. But we have had some good matches. We had a 16-14 on the first one, a 15-8, or 16-8 on this second one, so not as close, but this one, a little bit more thrilling, a little bit more even. And they elected to go for only a couple Tech 9s and some utilities over on the Team Auxiliis side. So, we're going to see if they can keep themselves in this round, or at least do some economic damage, because that would actually hurt Royal 5. That would keep them in here. Pretty good? Thank you. Smoke's going to come out here. Is they going to block off checkers? No, it's going to take away some vision from main. Joshua going to move back, because I think they haven't done this play before, so they can actually, they're going to call in a rotation. They've got 3 stacked up here, because they probably read the economy pretty well. Joshua with the first tap. Electing to come back has actually really helped him out. Shifty spots a player up in heaven. Can't get any damage on though. Joshua shoots him right in the buttocks. Going to bring him down to 25 HP. They're going to boost Shifty up towards mid. They had left bomb over towards mid, so they might elect to just take this information and move back over to A. Let's see what goes on here. Leia lurking over here in checkers, but there's not so much lurking you can do when you're on the T side. Look like Hasty trying to take some scout shots. He gets within inches of Leia. They just know he's there. Hasty trying again. I'm surprised Leia elected to stay in here. Smoke's going to come out. Kind of a questionable smoke that doesn't really block anything off unless you think one player's back in the end of the box. And they are going to back off of this bomb site, which is going to be perfect. And they hear those footsteps. Joshua takes down 2 as they try and go in, takes down a 3rd. They had just 1 player left on that bomb site, but it is Joshua, the man who's been the man to watch over on Royal 5. So, 14 to 11. Right now, Auxiliis, they just have to poison this. They're going to have really low economy, really low utility, because their economy is so low. But you have to. At this point, you cannot just play and try and get that last 4 rounds at a 15 score line. On match point, you can't do that. And surprisingly, Hasty's still on that scout. 2 players still on FAMAS's, so they're either confident in this, or they don't want to have their utility broken and sit on 14 points. Joshua, I wasn't watching him. He's going to get 1 kill. Bar's going to get a second. He boosted up in the vent. He's going to get a 3rd kill in this round, and that is going to put what has to be the final nail in the coffin of Team Auxiliis. It is Shifty, however. Let's go watch his cam. Come on. There we go. They will have a little bit of money to do a force buy on match point next round, unless Shifty can pull off an absolute miracle. If anybody on this team can, it's going to be him. But I really just don't have a whole lot of faith right now. Especially when the timing does not work in his favor. Looks towards Sugar Cube or White Box as Joshua peeks out, gives himself a 4K. What are his stats like right now? Joshua almost pulling a 30 bomb right now. Just amazing. And actually, Shifty's dropped off the second half. Currently, Leia is in the lead. Shifty was like up there. Now he's kind of sitting almost tied for bottom middle frags. But Joshua, I would expect to see his name in some sort of UK lineup in the future if the pro scene ever sees UK teams again. Rest in peace. So match paused. You have so little money. You're basically going to be working with Deagles, Tech 9s, and utility. So you've got to go with maybe an A execute, just a fast A execute, or just an all-out B rush if your team Auxiliis. And actually, that may not have even been tactical. That might have been technical. Because one player, Jaker, has dropped out. Kind of the worst time to do it. Hopefully the teams aren't in the horrible kind of bantering, bickering that UK scene is known so much for. You could just imagine, 1 round left, fuck it mate, I'm going down to get a pint. Take care, Ren. Thanks for stopping by and watching and listening. Alright, like last round, my voice is burnt out. I don't know how long this is going to be since it looks to be a technical pause, so I'm going to throw on some tunes, and then we're going to get back to match point. And of course, this is the strangest thing I ever heard Monster Cat play. And we're back on match point for Team Royal 5. Team Auxiliis, one of the shoddiest buys they've had all half. That wasn't a pure eco. 2 Deagles, 3 Tech 9s, just enough utility to maybe make an execute work, and they're already headed for A. I would expect a fast A hit here if you're going to do anything. Looks like Team Royal 5 not going to take any chances, just going to do a default setup, 2 on B, 2 watching mid, 1 over by quad box. One of the terrorist members spoken into Squeaky. I'm going to guess that's Shifty, because that seems to be the area he likes to play with. No, he's actually over there in A main. They're going to slow down any sort of fast hit with that Molotov from the counter-terrorists. Still no visuals. James lining up a smoke right now. He's been their support player all game. Would expect something else to be thrown from one of the players inside. Yep, here we go. It's going to get that highway vision blocked off from Toxic as it hides between Big Box and Forklift. Flash is going to come out. Oh, that team flash and the counter flash absolutely annihilating people. They're going to get the quad box smoked or mollied off, but that's actually going to go back towards fence. This is looking pretty bad. They've already got the rotation over. Barter picks up 2. PWL picks up another one. Oh, just 2 players left at low health. But only 2 players left. Somehow Jaker managed to pick up both of those frags. Leia following it up. A 2-on-2, make that a 2-on-1. All up to Leia right now, who is the top fragger for Team Auxiliis. 14 HP, still hasn't picked up a gun. Managed to smoke himself off to give himself a little bit of time. They do have diffusers. He picked up an AK. He can hear them jumping up. This is his last thing. He's playing inside the smoke. His barrel man poked out. He gets 1. He can't get the second, though, and that's going to give the match point to Team Royal 5. Not a bad try. And not a bad performance from either team, but with someone like Joshua dropping almost 30 bombs, there's only so much you can do. Leia really picked it up that second half, was really impressed, and James, for just playing the support player, was actually quite a good fragger in the circumstances he needed to be. Barter also did quite well, but that is going to be it for me. I would like to thank anybody lurking still or stopping by at all. Thank you for supporting me. I'm going to be doing this slightly regularly. The days aren't there, big matches coming up, but really this is just for practice and all that. I kind of missed out on the ECS Face It Caster Challenge, so I'm just going to do this for myself. It's something I haven't done in about a year, and I've never cast a Counter-Strike before today. So this is just the first steps, and I thank you. If you dropped a follow, thank you. And if you'd like to, it would be much appreciated. I will be doing posts to my Twitter every time I do a match, and follow me on there if you'd like to. It really helps me out, and you know, all that. So, once again, thank you all. Have a good day, and look forward to ESL New York starting on the 1st. I'm going to be hyped for it, and I will see you there. Take care.